Hello, prophets, and welcome to another episode. What has happened to Bitcoin? That's a question on everybody's mind. Let's dive into the charts right now. So, yesterday I was saying we're probably going to come down here and test this lower level of support right here at 40K pretty much. Um, and what happened was we did break through this 44,000 mark. And essentially, we were banging down on the floor around 45.3. Broke through it. We went below this huge level of support right here at 43.4. And that was a big one for us. That was kind of like the last hurrah. Now we'll probably make our way back down to 40, chances are. However, we will have the opportunity to bounce up using this broadening megaphone descending wedge here. That's a bullish pattern. Could probably break up from there. We broke beneath this wedge here, so not good news for Bitcoin. We did go down to this lower line at the 42.5 level, and we wicked off of that. As you can see right here, 42.472 was a previous level at the end of September of resistance. We've certainly broken above that. And now it looks like we've kind of used it as support. We've started a new daily candle right here, and we're up currently at 43.3, but look for this to make its way back down. 42,000 is another huge level. We could potentially get a bounce there. I would imagine if we made it down to 40, there'll be a lot of buying. I would recommend you guys could DCA down, buying and buying down here if you wanted to, as we probably will get the bounce up. You never know. This could be the beginning of the bear market where we make our way back down below 40 and range between 30 and 40 and maybe dip down into the 20s. We'll have to wait and see. But I was saying I was waiting to take a trade, based on if we were going to break down below this 45.5 level. And we did. So that was a great time to make a short. So we did that. And as you can see here, yesterday I was saying we're probably going to make our way back down. And this could be getting down into the 30s and 40s here before we make our way back up starting April. Starting in April based on the past history of these blue hash dots. So that's more on the macro side of things for Bitcoin. So yeah, if we zoom in here, we had this level here. So now what we could do is, well, okay, let's bring it down like this. So now we're still in the wedge ranging here, and we can make those adjustments because this could essentially bounce. We're coming into this perfect storm here of this incredible 42.5 and essentially 42 level right here, and we're going to see if that's going to hold. Now we're well below, and we're kind of in no man's land with the volume here. We really want to get back up to where we can be trading at the higher levels of volume up here at that 47 and get back above this red line here. So certainly, somebody sold 6,000 Bitcoin. That's going to make a little impact on the price for sure. Stay tuned for my crypto thriller where Satoshi Nakamoto hands off 5,000 Bitcoin some years ago on a hard drive to a friend. I'm sorry, 50,000 Bitcoin, and the whole world's after that guy. So stay tuned for that film, Tales from the Crypto, in theaters in 2023. But getting back to the technical analysis here, let's look back over to this crazy chart of support and resistance lines, and we've now made our way back down, and we can form a new little wedge here. This is potentially, so we've down, up. What are we going to do? Probably here, retest this. Can maybe break apart, break above that resistance, use it as support, maybe come into the end and go up from here. We're looking mid-January for this pattern to play out here. Let's look at the stochastic RSIs. So we did mention yesterday we came, this blue wedge of volume is coming down below that trend line that we drew, um, and the money flow is coming down. So we said, looking at market cipher B, um, certainly an incredible indicator to look at because the money flow, boom, left. So right when this crossed from green to red in the money flow, you knew this was going down. And if you look at what happened right here, it dipped down. That's when we crossed just another day later, and we've been going down ever since. We did have a little increase in the money flow, but we never got back in the green. We've had an even larger decrease in money flow. So if you look here, our money flow is on the downtrend. So overall on the downtrend, it's just how it is, right? So what are we looking for? Essentially 42, bounce from there, that could hold, or we're going to go down to 40 and look for a bounce from there. If we break below 40, I would say look for this to go down to 36. Look for that, and that's this previous level of support and resistance. We break below that, 32.3, break below that, 30. And of course, going back to May, we have our 29.9K level on Bitcoin of support and resistance. So just as we said yesterday, this will probably make its way down because we were bouncing so much here on this line here at 45.5. We busted below it, but then we bounced here, 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 bouncing down, bouncing down, bouncing down about 10 times, and then finally, boom, broke through that floor. So previously, we lifted off when we were bouncing and banging down at 40. We shot off. This time, we didn't shoot off. Now again, not that we can't bang down here, come down to this 40, 41 level and shoot off from here. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But everything is, the trend is our friend, and guess what? It's a downtrend right now. So we're going to wait to see how this plays out. We're having a nice little correction here. Let's get back to this one here. Here's the daily. So still above the 42.7 level here. Let's zoom in on this one. As I showed you guys, we're just move that line a little bit because we fell down through it, but this is a perfect place of a lot of support right here, where we could, even if we break through this wedge line here, we come down to this 42.5, and I'm really going to watch this area here, guys. Really going to see if we're going to long this and shoot on up from here. So here it is. Let's look at our stochastic RSI. So we're down here at 14. I would expect, and I'm going to wait till these head down to 0 before I do any kind of a long. So we're still shorting in the Stokes. As you can see, we came up to 100 on the 27th. That was our peak, and we've been down ever since. Let's go to the 4-hour on this. Same thing here. We've been making our way down for quite a while since that peak right here. Making our way down. I'm going to wait for these Stokes to come down to 0, then take a long. The 4 hours are great on the stochastic RSIs to watch that for trading. So let's see what ends up happening there. So yeah, profits, hang in there, hodl your Bitcoin. You should be in shorts now, but looking for those longs, looking for those levels of supports that we talked about. So we'll see you tomorrow on another episode right here of the Crypto Profit. God bless everybody.